Meantime, these temperatures are considered dangerous, very dangerous, and can pose a big threat for the most vulnerable, including seniors. And that's why cities across the Inland Empire have designated cooling centers today. NBC4's Christian Cázares joins us live from a cooling center in Highland. And Christian, I'm hearing that the AC went out at that cooling center earlier today. Wondering if it's back open or back and running.
Well, Annabelle, I can tell you it is working, at least here in the main room of the Highland Senior Center. And you can see that this is kind of like the coolest place to be here in town. Today, they had their St. Patrick's Day lunch where dozens of seniors were here just really looking for some relief from the heat. They were here enjoying some good music, some good food, and of course, that fresh air. Now, the event wrapped up about an hour ago. Many of them walking away with a smile, but you could see that smile turn into a frown as soon as they walked outside because it is about 95 degrees right now. And for many of these seniors, they tell me keeping the AC on at home, it gets expensive, and on days like today, it can even cause health issues. Of course, here at the Highland Senior Center, I mean, it was packed with over 100 people. For many of them, they say this was their only chance for some relief from the heat, as this site is part of the county's cooling sites. Now, we also visited other locations across Riverside County where we found a handful of seniors grabbing lunch inside one community rec center off of Esperanza Street. Each one thankful for this free resource as summer-like weather continues to sizzle Southern California.
Oh, it feels so great. Well, I walk in the morning and at night when it's hot, and then I come to the gym to stay. You could stay here till 1 o'clock. So we cool off, have lunch, and we exercise here.
Online, you can see a full list of cooling centers for the county where you are and the times that they are open. And of course, the CDC reminding the public to stay alert for symptoms like dizziness, fatigue, and excessive sweating, which could cause heat stroke. They also recommend staying hydrated and staying indoors if possible. But as for this location, Annabelle, here in Highland, well, we can definitely feel the difference in temperature because one room here has the AC working. The other one, the director of this center tells me that unit died yesterday, so they're having some issues here. Now, coming up at 4 o'clock, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this problem, how long they've been having this issue, and what's really keeping them from fixing the problem. So you want to stick around here for 4 o'clock for those details. We are live in Highland. Christian Cázares, NBC4 News.
And I see that ceiling fan behind you running. Those really do come in handy as well. Christian, thank you so much. Yeah, pretty good. All right, and if you're looking for a cooling center or want to share these resources with someone you know, head to our website. We have a webpage breaking down how to find a cooling center near you. Just go to NBCLA.com and click on our weather tab at the top of the page. All right, guys, let's go outside, take a live look there at Long Beach. This is where we all want to be right now. Nice and cool, sunny, but a lot cooler, I'm sure. Meteorologist David Vigor is here. He's tracking those conditions for us. Not bad.
Not too much cooler. They set a record today, 98 degrees.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, so we're still in the 90s right now. It is hot even at the coastal areas. That's why LAX today got into the low 90s. Yeah. So this is part of the historic heat wave that we were very concerned about, was how warm it was going to be across the entire region. So with today getting into the 90s around downtown LA, we are officially up to 42 90-degree days in the month of March since records began in 1878. A little reminder, coming into this month, this count was at 38. We're potentially adding another 4 days on top of that over the next few days. And that brings up this part, too. The longest stretch consecutive 90-degree days was 4 days, and that was set in 2015 from March 13th through the 16th. We are 2 days into our streak. We have 4 more days in the 90s ahead of us, so we are likely going to break this record as well. And a record that was broken today, the hottest March day on record. Originally, it was March 29th, 1879. But today we did get to 99 degrees in downtown LA, so this is one of the hottest March days ever in the downtown LA record book. So here's what we're looking at for tomorrow. Expect another hot day, mid-90s around downtown LA at 96 degrees, 100 in West Covina, 100 degrees in Riverside, 98 degrees in Lake Elsinore, 93 in Irvine, 95 degrees in Thousand Oaks. And if you're looking for relief by the coastline, you're probably not going to find much. We're looking at 88 degrees in Oxnard for tomorrow. A lot of our coastal cities will likely be in the mid to upper 80s as we get into tomorrow afternoon. And now here's what the overall pattern's looking like. We have high pressure that's sitting just off the west coast today. This will eventually be moving overhead, which is why it looks like temperatures for Thursday and Friday will likely be warmer than what we had today and what we're seeing for tomorrow. And then unfortunately, this looks like it's going to stick around. As we go into Friday and Saturday, this ridge of high pressure doesn't move much, and then it will start to slide a little bit farther away as we get more into the weekend. That will allow temperatures to cool. We'll get out of the 90s. That's the good part. But look, high pressure is still in the neighborhood. The jet stream's still way up to the north, and that means that temperatures will likely stay warm getting into next week. Let me show you this with the 7-day forecast, and then I'll kind of explain this a little bit clearer here. Basins on top, coastlines down below. Next couple of days, all very hot, mid to upper 90s, very close again to probably once again setting the all-time high temperatures for the month of March for downtown LA on Thursday and Friday. Here's the cool down coming our way for the weekend and next week. But you see those temperatures, low 80s, 82, 83 for Monday and Tuesday. Sure, that's not the 90s. That's still 10 degrees or more above average for this time of year. So even though we're cooling off, it is staying warm well into next week. Coastal temperatures looking at the mid to upper 80s for the next few days, maybe some patchy morning fog, and then we might dip back into the mid 70s by next week. Valleys on top, IE forecast down below, upper 90s, low 100s for tomorrow. More low 100s getting into Thursday and Friday. Again, we're cooling off over the weekend to the start of next week, but these temperatures still above average for this time of year. High desert on top, low desert forecast down below, warming up all the way through about Friday, then starting to cool down a bit as we get into next week, but still looking relatively warm considering that we're still kind of, toward the end of March here. And we've got the mountain forecast showing temperatures warming up through about Friday, turning around, starting to cool off a little bit, but we're staying warm as we get into next week. That's a look at your forecast. Back to you, Anna.